Marvel fans, you've got a Quinjet full of new info coming right at you. Turns out the Kang Dynasty is not happening after all. Do not fret, because instead there's something else that is there in the works that will get you excited. Dr. Doom is replacing Kang in the new Avengers movie. Feeling better? We hope so. Let's get right into it. So, it seems like there is a bit of a mishap in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Jonathan Majors, who was set to play Kang the Conqueror, is no longer in the picture. Avengers 5 also dropped the title, The Kang Dynasty, hinting that Kang might not be the big villain in the next Avengers movie. And even though Avengers 6 was originally supposed to be Secret Wars, which gave them an opportunity to move past the Kang character in all of its variants if they wanted to. Now, if Kang is out, who could take the place as the major villain in Avengers 5 and 6? One name that pops up is Dr. Doom. There is a rumor that Marvel thought about bringing in Dr. Doom when Jonathan Majors faced legal issues. Now that Avengers 5 has a new title and there is talk of Dr. Doom appearing in Fantastic Four, this idea might be back on the table. Why could Dr. Doom be a good fit? Well, with the whole multiverse thing going on, it's easier to introduce new characters like Doom. Imagine him showing up not just in Avengers, but maybe even in a movie like Deadpool 3, which is said to have a lot of surprise appearances. There is even talk of a past Dr. Doom actor making a comeback now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Dr. Doom might just be stepping into the spotlight in Avengers 5 with Kang the Conqueror out of the picture. Dr. Doom is being considered to be on the role of the main villain. There's even talks about Cillian Murphy possibly snagging that part. In the comic book world, Dr. Doom was the main man in Marvel's second Secret Wars 2015. So, it's not far-fetched to think he could bring his villainous vibes to the big screen for Avengers 5. Marvel Studios was thinking about swapping Kang for Dr. Doom, and there is this cool-looking fan poster circulating on Instagram. It shows Dr. Doom looking all sinister, ready to take on the new Avengers crew. What's even cooler is that Dr. Doom is a heavy hitter in Marvel Comics, and now that Marvel Studios has their reins after Disney bought Fox, we might get a much more exciting and true-to-form Dr. Doom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Imagine the amount of action if Dr. Doom gets to play the main villain in an Avengers movie. Let's talk a little about Dr. Doom, shall we? Dr. Doom, or Dr. Victor Von Doom, is a character that has repeatedly reappeared in several Marvel comics. The monarch of the fictional nation of Latveria, Doom primarily serves as the arch-nemesis of Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four. Dr. Doom, known for having no issues wiping out entire universes, could be the perfect replacement. In a Dr. Doom solo series, he encounters an alternate version of himself who's kind of a philanthropist. Doom hates this version, thinking that he's a lousy representation. So, what does he do? Wipe out the entire reality, remind you of a purple bald-headed giant. Yeah, that one. Another key point is Doom's belief in being the smartest person around. Even though he secretly knows Reed Richards is smarter, his arrogance stops him from admitting it. Well, this indirectly leads to Doom unleashing his fury. Now, Dr. Doom becomes one of the few in the MCU who knows about the Kang Dynasty. Others in the loop are the TVA, Sylvie, maybe Janet Van Dyne, and the Quantum Mania characters. Reed Richards is still a mystery. In Marvel Comics, Kang is a descendant of either Reed or Doom. It's a bit unclear, but let's roll with it. Doom learns about Kang from various sources. Kang might drop hints about not spill all the info. Doom figures out that the Kang Dynasty poses a multiversal threat. So he goes on a journey jumping through the multiverse and torturing different Kang variants for information. This mirrors the Avengers and New Avengers storyline that leads to Secret Wars 2015, a story Marvel plans to blend into Avengers Secret Wars in the MCU. Now, why doesn't the TVA chase him down for multiverse jumping? Well, Dr. Doom did it, and they didn't bother him. Let's just say it's okay when Doom does it. Once Doom pieces together the threat the Kang Dynasty poses, he wipes them all out. Metaphorically, he ascends the throne, proclaiming his time. An MCU Age of Doom, or call it Avengers Doom War, or simply Secret Wars. Doom's face dominates the promotional poster. It's not a flawless theory, but it has potential. Why could this work? First, Doom's arrogance makes him believe he's the only one capable of handling the threat. With Avengers practically gone, no one else steps up. Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four are lost somewhere out there in the multiverse, leaving Doom as the go-to guy. Imagine if the Avengers faced Doom, he'd probably wipe the floor for them. The other reason is Doom's unending quest for power. His mother's soul-selling history and the insatiable quest for absolute power, as seen in Triumph and Torment, shows that Doom is always on the hunt. This quest could lead him to take down the Kang Dynasty and claim power for himself. The Triumph and Torment storyline can give us a peek into Doom's backstory and make us understand why he's doing all of those bad things. It's like Loki's story. Starts with good intentions, then things go south, and you get why he's the way he is. But the big question is, should Dr. Doom be introduced right away or build up slowly? Well, throwing him into a post-credits scene could be epic. Fans would lose their minds not caring about the build-up. Doom's name would trend for weeks, leaving them ecstatic. Think about all those Avenger movies. They always bring in those cool villains like Loki, Ultron, and Thanos. Usually Doom is busy causing trouble for the Fantastic Four, but in the comics, he becomes a big threat to the entire Marvel universe. The thing is that Marvel has a rough couple of years and is eager to move on to something new. They're shifting focus to the X-Men movies to bring in a fresh vibe and replace the current characters and storylines. Surprisingly, Marvel fired the writers of Avenger 5, Jeff Loveless, who also worked on the Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. He penned the Kang the Conqueror post-credits scene in that movie. In Avengers 5, the Avengers faced the Council of Kang, featuring various versions played by Jonathan Majors. This situation hints at a significant change behind the scene at Marvel. They seem determined to break away from the old ideas of the past decade and create something new, with the X-Men and Secret Wars taking center stage. As Marvel decided to move on from their previous plans earlier this year, huge rumors circulated about turning Secret Wars into a Part 2 movie. This movie allows them to kickstart the Secret Wars storyline in Avengers 5 without waiting for Avengers 6. To make this happen, they fired the previous writer Jeff Loveless and they brought in Michael Waldron, who was already working on Avengers Secret Wars, initially intended for Avengers 6. He was now tasked with rewriting Avengers 5. The idea behind this movie was to expand the Secret Wars storyline across 2 movies. Even though they'll officially name them Avengers 5 and Avengers 6, they are essentially interconnected, and they've decided to unfold a bigger story across these 2 separate films. Marvel is pulling out a movie similar to what they did with Avengers Infinity Wars a few years back, where they split it into 2 parts before renaming the second one Avengers Endgame. This time around, they're applying this strategy to Secret Wars. The decision to stretch it across 2 movies offers some advantages. Firstly, Secret Wars provides an opportunity for Marvel to introduce a significantly different kind of villain, adding depth to the storyline. And there ends the video, folks. Make sure to click on the bell icon for more updates. Don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.